Hello friends, welcome to Testing Talks Latest. Today I am going to explain how to generate XPath and usage of XPath generator and difference between absolute and relative XPath in this video. Subscribe my channel for the latest interview questions and tutorials. There is two types of XPaths available for generation. One is absolute XPath and another is relative XPath. Absolute XPath will be started with single forward slash and relative XPath will be started with forward slash, double forward slash. So whenever you want to design a absolute XPath, for example, if input element under body and there is a div after input element, later one input with the type text and with some ID. So if I want to find XPath for this input element, I have to start from body as part of the absolute XPath. If ID of the input box is ABC, then I have to find like slash body slash div slash input at ID equal to ABC. This is how we can find absolute XPath. In the case, if you want to find relative XPath, you can give double slash and give input ID at ID equal to ABC. So the difference between absolute and relative XPath is absolute XPath need to start from base and until the element is reached, we have to write all the elements as part of the absolute XPath. Relative XPath, if you have unique IDs or class, you can specify with double slash and specify the tag and attribute values. You can find relative XPath. You can combine absolute XPath and relative XPath to find an element. In this case, we can find input element by specifying double slash div and slash input at ID equal to ABC. So this div will be found based on the relative XPath. If it is having unique ID, it will be easy to find further. So if ID of the div is first div, we can find easily with absolute XPath by specifying div at ID equal to first div. But there could be a problem specifying absolute XPath in some places. For example, if I specify at double slash div for this, and if another div is existed, it will, if I want to get the element input, if it is common elements like both are having similar classes like ABC or classes, similar classes are available for these two input boxes, finding with absolute XPath is relevant, and with relative XPath it can be find first element in the list. So in this category, if I give div input element at ID equal to ABC, it can be found first element since XPath has duplicate elements as part of the HTML. So this is the way relative XPath is sometimes can be wrong, but if elements are having unique IDs, and classes, then it will be easy to find relative XPath. Sometimes we need to combine both absolute and relative XPaths as part of the execution in Selenium or another tool. So this is how we can find the difference between absolute and relative XPath. And whenever we have some input tag or attribute for as part of the HTML, we can create XPaths like this. If it is input element, we can specify kind of element it is, kind of input box or span or div we can specify, and we can specify the attributes such as class with @class or id with @id, and specify the value of the id or class to find the XPath. This is how we can generate the XPath through absolute and relative XPath. Well, I have designed the XPath locator to find XPaths easily by simply pasting the input tags in the generator. So here if I place HTML as part of our web page, it will find the element by clicking on the input element or any div or span elements. It will be easily find the XPaths for that HTML. This is how it will be easy to find XPaths for the beginner or automation tester who has started newly and with little experience. So that time they can generate the XPaths easily from our XPath generator tool. I am providing the link of this tool in the description for the video. And so we can find any kind of XPaths by copying HTML. So I just logged into google.com and try to find XPaths for this path. We can find something unique attribute that is better. So let me take this complete button which is having classes. So let me copy this element and try to find XPath for this. I copied the element and placing the HTML here. You can see the element specified and it has the class SF3 V0D. So it generated button with class SF3 V0D. So you see that class. Let me copy this XPath and identify the element. You can see that element is identified. You can copy any kind of HTML code in our XPath generator and can find the XPaths easily. So friends, use this XPath generator for generating the XPaths easily. Subscribe my channel for the latest interview questions.